Okay, so 4 days and still no arrest made. I'm fucking shocked. Now, before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, this whole Raha Jackson, this has been crazy because I wasn't going to make a video on this, but I saw the video of the Cartier family and they were reacting to this whole thing, and the whole situation was, well, which one is worse? Is it the Cincinnati video with the woman getting sucker punched, or this? And some of them are saying the woman and some are saying this. This is the worst. This is premeditated. This is what happens when an ignorant is in his feelings, in his emotions, because they're all emotionally unstable, for one thing. That's my dog. And they're emotionally unstable, and they're letting public opinion dictate their behavior, and because they don't want to look a certain way, and it's so stupid. It's very, low level, low IQ, because that's one other thing that they were talking about, because actually blacks have the lowest IQ of all the races. Surprise, right? And they don't build anything, and they just destroy. But by their destruction and the destructive ways of destroying shit, they are building a communist country. Okay, so because that's what communists use, is to destroy the system in place and rebuild it, right? And so they need people like this to do their bidding. And even though they're pretty much compartmentalized and don't know they're being used because, they have a low IQ, they don't understand their whereabouts or what's really going around in the world. There was a pastor talking about this, how black men don't understand how the world works. And he's correct. This is intrinsic. This cannot be fixed. And when you have somebody just beating someone to a pulp and it's premeditated, you think in California, you think he's going to get arrested? Hell no. If anything, it's going to be just a little slap on the wrist or something, but for the most part, no, they can't do that. He's the victim. It's the white guy who's in the fucking coma, who had his teeth all knocked out, which he was choking on. I believe he was choking on his blood and his teeth, which is fucked up. Who's a patriot? He served in the military. He's the bad guy in that state. You think Karen Bass is going to want to arrest him? No. Let him out. This is how fucked up it is. They're letting out somebody who everyone saw. I mean, there's so many witnesses. All you had to do is, turn on a video of this horrific scene, and, they're investigating this, right? You want to investigate it, just put on a YouTube video of this, and you can see for yourself. But no. You could see him on the ringside, just going all emotional and saying what he's going to do, and he knows they think it's This is the sinister part. They think it's scripted. They know it's scripted, but I'm not going on script. So he's already. That's why it's more fucked up than the woman in Cincinnati. I mean, that was fucked up in itself, but I mean, this one's fucked up because the guy that he's doing this to, he thinks it's all part of the act, because he already apologized to him because they had a backstage thing going. He thought it was a performance, because they had some cameras involved, and he got a can and he smashed it on his head, and he thought he was just performing, because that's what wrestling is. It's entertainment. And so this is how this black dude doesn't give a fuck. That is their thing. That is their motto. I don't give a fuck. If you want to watch black television, black reality TV shows, you watch police cam videos. That is this reality TV for black people you're gonna see. It's fucking, they pull them over. They're, oh, you got a fucking broken tail light. I'm not getting out of the car. I know the law. Y'all, I'm black. Why? I was gonna tell you. I was gonna show you my ID. No, you weren't. And it's just, they're all in their feelings, and all this bullshit happens. And so, I was trying to be nice to you, and they are. And that's the thing. It was the biggest backfire when these fucking black people, these race baiters, were going, we need to have police body cams, because they all know all this, all the protests, all the George Floyd, all the bullshit, all these fucking thugs that they're trying to make heroes out of. It was just something for them to shout about in the streets, right? And then they got their body cams, and look what we see. Whoa, right. So if you go back to fucking even Rodney King, who knows how that narrative really was, right? They didn't have tasers back then. I don't believe so. And so you got one of these fucking gorillas going fucking ape shit on PCP. Yeah, that is gonna be fucking hard to take that guy down. Let's just fucking be real about that. And I mentioned in my other video, Black Fatigue, and let me spell it out for you, how what George Orwell was talking about with media manipulation. Who controls the past controls the future, who controls the present controls the past, right? And so everything's been done under the sun, right? It's gotten to the point where this shit has always been happening. And if you look, maybe if you look with some critical thinking and some critical thought at some of these old pictures, which, because there's all these fucking shows where they were socially engineering us with Roots and all this other bullshit, right? And which was all fake. There was no Kunta Kinte. It was all fantasy, right? All these Norman Lear shows of the black struggle, and black people are always oppressed. They're getting the raw end, but they were always behaving this way. I mean, you could look at, okay, even during slavery times, they had the Nat Turner uprising, and there's probably a lot more other uprisings. However, when the Black Civil Rights Movement came around, which was the most stupidest fucking movement ever, that's when Democrats got blacks to marry the government, and it was fucked up, right? And so the thing about it is that there's no slavery at this time, and there's just black people going ape shit. If you look at these old pictures where they have like a bunch of white people and there's like black people being hung, right? Why are they being hung? If there's a whole bunch of people out there, maybe it's just like, we got this fucker who was terrorizing the whole fucking place, whole fucking city or county or the country, raping women or whatever. That's the thing. We don't know what these fucking reasons are. They could always just erase every fucking thing and say it means something else, because that's the way you have to look at it, because this is bullshit when you're seeing these black and white footages of blacks being like hosed down and everything. They wanted that. Believe me, just like how these stupid Democrats always have to go to these detention centers of migrants and like, oh my God, you're hurting us. And they try to like, put on a performance. That's what all this shit was. They had these stupid freedom fighters, two white liberals with the black guy going into a sit down, and that was all staged. And everything was always staged with these fucking people, because you know what? I think if you really look close, yeah, they probably had hangings on other people. I'm gonna look into that. They probably hung white people too, because they were just menaces to society, right? And maybe that's why they wanted like you black people over here and us white people over here, because we don't want your fucking type here. Maybe they were so fucked up. You know what I mean? You have to really look at it in not in the way that it's presented to you. Because if this is the way they are now, just imagine when they were just like back in the day. You know what I mean? Because I was looking at these old articles like from the 1920s, and it says like Negro mob jumps and beatings white kids or something like that, or there was this one black woman poisons Negro woman poisons hotel staff, claiming that they shorted her on her check. This was like in 1920 or something like that, and they were always fucking just doing shit. She was all, apparently they didn't though. They did have, they paid her for what she worked for, but she fucking read it wrong, right? Her IQ was all fucked up. And so, yeah, she tried poisoning like some of the staff. And I was just like reading these fucking articles going, God damn. You know, it's like this awakening. This has always been the way they were. And there was another weird one about this black guy dressed up, Negro man dresses up in a dress and kills 2 white sailors or something like that. It was just so, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone, because I was just like, holy shit. Like when you wake up to reality and start seeing things for what they really are and how you've been manipulated, because that's the one thing. Coming from Gen X, we don't like to be manipulated, and you know, because we've always been bullshitted. And I think that's why we're the ones who are pretty much, as far as critical thinking goes, that we are probably the one that, you know, we don't want to fuck around, or we don't want to get involved with shit, because we already know how that's fucked up. You know what I mean? We want to keep to ourselves, really, because we see how everything is fucked up, and we just kind of sit back and enjoy the fucking show. And when I saw these articles, no, I didn't see black people being oppressed. I saw just the same shit. It's just like whether the black woman was poisoning her goddamn job, you know, it's the same thing as seeing a video today where this black woman takes oil and throws it on a customer. And that was a couple days ago, but this happened in January. But that woman who threw oil at customers, hot oil, can you imagine that? Yeah. You can't. I mean, you can't, you know, because this is what they do, right? But this kind of shit, because they're all in their feelings, always in their feelings, and they're always oppressed, and they're always the victim. They're always like, because he did this, and they never take accountability for what they do. So, you know, and I mentioned in my last video as well about, okay, the whole Margaret Sanger Planned Parenthood, the abortions that, you know, blacks partake in. I mean, it's off the charts. But you know what? It's just, you know, that was pushed in the ghettos and the urban areas, because they wanted to get rid of them. They're feeble-minded, and we got to get rid of them. They can't bring anything. But then the communists thought like, no, wait a minute, they can help us, and they will. And just by letting them be them, destroying shit, that's how they're helping bring down this country. And see, they're compartmentalized and socially engineered, but they don't even know it. But they hate the real, they hate white supremacy, but white supremacy is the one that is fucking pulling the strings. The real George Soros, the real communists, they're the ones fucking actually taking them, winding them up and letting them go. And so, just let them go. In California, just let them fuck up shit. Let them smash and grab. Let them do everything. It doesn't matter, because that's what they're here to do. They might as well just have them. They couldn't send them back, but then, you know what? They found a purpose for them, and just let them be fucking who they are, and which is fucked up. And so you know, hardworking, you know, just average Joe guy wants to go take your kid to go see a goddamn wrestling match and be entertained. And, you know, your kid, you have to explain to your kid, oh, well, yeah, he just almost murdered that guy, bloodied him to death almost, or he did, but and just fucks up your whole night, you know. And now you got to explain black privilege, you know, and it doesn't matter. Oh, let's go see a jazz fucking festival in Cincinnati. You go there, it's all fucked up. Everything is fucked up. Oh, let's go take a carnival cruise. Let's get away for the weekend. Go to Ensenada. It's all fucked up. There was a video where they ran out of fried chicken at the carnival cruise, and they all fucking went ape shit and fucking went bananas and went crazy. I mean, it's just off the charts, right? Oh, let's go to the track meet. We're gonna go see our son's track meet or whatever. And this other black kid goes in there and brings a knife and stabs one other student. Wow. Yeah, it's reached the suburbs. Okay, so that's the thing. It doesn't matter if they have a father or they don't. This Raha Jackson has the Rampage Jackson as a dad. Ex fucking drug dealer. Father left him when he was 10. He's worth $4 million though. He came up, you know. His mother died of a fucking drug overdose. And so this is what's raised this monster, right? And he wasn't a really, you know, it doesn't matter if they have fathers or not, because the fathers are all fucked up. Because they're coming from the government. You know, they're single mom, fucking emotional, fucking bonnet wearing, fucking long nails, fucking lashes up to here, kind of fucking upbringings, right? And that's what you get. They act like black females. That's it. Black females are the worst. They are bad. They're on another level of black fatigue. I think but it all stems from them. It's just like the bees, the queen bitch, the queen bee. That's it. You know, it's the black woman. It's the Diary of a Mad Black Woman or whatever, that fucking movie. Just that's all they are. They're all fucking angry, and they're just fucking, you know, and no one wants to fuck them, and they're just fucking evil. You know, they're just gross. And so yeah, you just gotta stay away from that too. You know, and once I hear that, like if I'm at a Target or something or whatever, oh, I hear that, you know, turn around. I got to get out of here before they, you know, they bring attention to all the clerks and everyone. You know what I mean? And they lock down the store or whatever. Yeah, just get out of the way. Scott Adams was right when he was, you know, just telling the white people, but you know what? The black fatigue is everywhere. So you can't even just add fucking, you know, sporting events like wrestling matches. You know, you could cross that out with a K. Go, yeah, don't go to any of those, because, you know, a fucking black excellence is gonna make its way in and just destroy everything, destroy your night, destroy it with your kid going to see some wrestling match, right? It's all fucked up. So one thing I did want to mention though is just that the reason why this is unfixable, and I think the only smart black man there is, ever was Malcolm X. And what he said was, there can never be white and black unity until there is black unity. And there's no internal solidarity with these people. They can't think straight. There was that pastor that made his videos going viral where he was talking about the black man doesn't know how the world works. You know what I mean? They just destroy shit. They don't fix anything, right? So that's the thing that they're not going to be arrested. Nothing. They're not going to be accountable for anything. We're at the point now where it's just going to be more and more of this insanity. It's going to be, just started from like if he could start it from the Carmelo Anthony incident. When I'm talking about when it has to do with violence, right? So you got that, and then you got the what do you call it, the Cincinnati, and then you got this situation. You're gonna stop and go, wow, it can't get any worse than this. Pretty soon they're just gonna have a black guy shooting somebody on the TV screen, and no arrests have been made. Nothing, and no arrests will be made. Blacks are gonna defend that guy. He's gonna be made. They're gonna make murals out of him. Because I think that the George Floyd thing was the beta test of this whole fucking psyop of just to just manipulate people. And you know what? People don't care about black people, and if they did, if they had any concern about black people back in the day, it is gone. I think it is just gone now. When one thing I hate about, this is my last thing I'm gonna bitch about. Okay, one thing I can't stand is that if you watch TV commercials or you watch shows where they try to have black people as like fucking happy fucking people going into a restaurant and eating and they're all smiling. No, I fucking hate that shit because that ain't fucking reality. You don't see that shit. You always see them just fucking complaining. And that's the one thing I hate, those commercials. I just hate commercials where it shows black people just being fucking just human, nice, good human beings, right? Just like well behaved and everything. It's yeah. Well, you know what? It's television. It's fantasy. It's not reality, right? But yeah, those things I have an issue with. I can't stand watching those fucking commercials where the black family is just like so happy and just like they're just so good, and so yeah, that's my last gripe, and I'm gonna shut up for now, and I'll leave me a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think he's gonna be arrested? Do you think they're gonna give a fuck? No, I don't think they are. And it's been 4 days. Where's the arrest, right? They're still constantly trying to think of something right now, and where they can make him the victim. So with that, I'll shut up and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.